Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and we are coming close to the end of the I-tal Beer series. Today we are talking about Lupulin. This is one I'm very interested in. Lupulin, of course, the name from Lupulin, an active ingredient, let's say, in hops. The Latin word for hop is also Humulus lupulus, wolf herb. And this is the 2025 version. It says fresh organic hops, pale ale. I have cheated already, but the ingredients list says water, malted barley in several varieties, and Noordbrouw hops. I saw it was Northern Brewer and Noordbrouw in the boiling step, Noordbrouw in the dry hopping as well. And it strikes me as odd that this beer is a 5.8% ABV, but also a 39 IBUs, because when I saw this label I thought something very pineapple-y, tropical, but he did go for a bitter pale ale, so I'm very curious. As usual, QR code for the recipe. This one also has a barcode. I don't know what the idea is behind that. Paul, are you selling? Because I think some people would be interested more about the label. Again, very colorful, and I like this bottle cap to have a fresh hop bell. Practically all bottle caps until now were plain, and I do find it fitting that this one in particular has the hop bell. Okay, let's try this one out. Okay, again rather active, so quite carbonated. Yeah, even while pouring this slow and this low, I'm having a hard time not to get the extreme amount of foam that we get. But as we've already established, that is one thing that Paul has with his beers: a lot of carbonation. Love the color in this one. It's a bit coppery, a bit caramelly even, but a coppery orangey color. A lot of foam, exactly, but also pretty decent foam, not to say absolutely beautiful. From the pour we got medium density or medium sized bubbles, but the growth here is tiny bubbles, and these are the most beautiful ski slopes that I've seen in a while. Color wise, this is also beige-ish, so this has everything, every characteristic visually from a decent beer. Aroma wise, it started out with yeasty aromas, yeast bread, but immediately thereafter it went over to hops, of course. I don't know how much of the hops that Paul added, but I'm quite sure it's not a tiny amount. Yeah, nice and dry, nice and bitter, nice and hoppy. So malty, yeasty, hoppy, mainly yeasty and hoppy. I am curious for the taste. So, cheers! Oh my. This is brewed in October of 2025, but still tastes rather fresh. First thing I got was a slight acidity, but a slight acidity as in the carbon dioxide, as in yeah, the carbon dioxide and the hops working together. Secondly, very hoppy, slightly vegetal, but in a pleasant way. But also a tiny amount of licorice in there, probably from the malts. Yeah, this literally tastes like a fresh hop beer. I might not be the biggest fan of this genre, however, it is nice. I do appreciate this. I think he was very right in calling this a pale ale and not necessarily an IPA, because it does have that typical pale ale toasty flavor, and I think we could even say if this was a bit sweeter and a bit less hoppy, this could pass as a special Belge, for example. But it has actually no sweetness whatsoever. It is mainly tingly from the carbon dioxide, hoppy, slightly vegetal from the hops, nice and bitter hops, a bit like a modern take on the noble hops. Yeah, I think this is a experiment well succeeded. The after flavor is very thin, very volatile. It is mainly bitter. Again, slightly vegetal, pleasant, and a bit toasty. Interesting. So I think I am going 3.5 for this one. And a slight nuance in this scoring is it is absolutely a decent beer. It is just not my style. So I do think that for some people this would be an easy 3.75 or maybe even a 4. I like it. I don't dislike it enough to give it like 3 or less. I do like it. It's just not my cup of tea. So 3.5, that golden standard. This beer does deserve that. Yeah, definitely. I stick with that. That all being said, thank you guys for watching. As usual, if you want to support this channel, visit the Patreon page. You might want to send me an email or something. Come visit me in Antwerp, whatever. If you want to see more, hit the bell icon after you subscribe so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And until then, just hit that like button and all that jazz. And I'll see you guys again in the next video. Cheers.